This is Creepy with Coffee.
Office Horror by Zalifah Mat Dzid. This is among my many creepy stories. My work requires me to work overtime quite often, and this happened on a Saturday, which is something quite common for me to go to work during weekend. That Saturday, I clock in at 10 in the morning. When I reach office, there was no one else. Seems like I'm going to be working alone, I thought to myself. But not even a minute into that thought, I heard sounds coming from the pantry. That is when I remember there were contractors working to renovate the pantry into a small office. Not so alone now. While I was working, I could hear the drilling, knocking sound throughout, but didn't pay too much attention to it as I was too focused on my work. Reached to a point when I suddenly realized there were no more sound. No knocking, no drilling. From where I was seated, I would not be able to see to where they were working, so I just turned my vision to the clock. Oh my, it's already 10 p.m. No wonder there's no more sound. Contractors must have left hours ago. Turning back to my work, I was telling myself, there's a little bit more than I can leave. So I turned on some music so it would not be too quiet, but on a very, very low volume. That is when suddenly I hear sound of a typewriter. Well, we do have an electronic typewriter in our office, but as far as I'm concerned, no one is in the office except me. Now, the typewriter is placed right in front of our manager's room and my seat is facing exactly that direction. So whoever that walks to the typewriter, I would have definitely seen it. The sound that was produced, it is not like the speed any of my colleagues would usually make when they are typing. The sound is more like one letter by one letter. So I stood up, wanting to see who is there. Well, no one was there. But almost at the same time, the typing stopped as well. Knowing the whole department like the back of my hand, there is no second typewriter. That is the only one in my department. Now me being me, I thought probably it's just me. I sat back down and continued my work. Like before, almost immediately, the typing starts again. But this time, I left it slightly longer just to make sure. I heard the right thing, not from anywhere else, but the typewriter outside my manager's room. I am 100% sure. It is from that typewriter. So I slowly stood up to have another look. But like earlier on, there was no one there and the typing stopped too. Now this time, I walked over to have a better look. When I met the typewriter, I found out the wire is not even plugged in. Now I know something is up. I walked back to my seat. I sat down and said, I need to finish my work. Do not disturb me as I did not disturb you. With a firm voice. I continued my work. 5 minutes in, typewriter remained quiet. No sound at all. Suddenly, an office chair in the next partition made a noise as if someone just sat down and turned around. I stood up, packed my stuff and said, Yeah, I'm heading back now. If by Monday I cannot finish my work, I'm gonna blame you. I call up the security officer to lock up as I'm packing to leave. When the officer is there, the office was as quiet as a graveyard.